Hello and welcome to Planetbase, a base building, city building style simulator. You know, basically, it's not about, fighting anything or whatnot, it's just about building your base and making it operational. And building a bigger base, because once you have a base, the obvious goal is to make it bigger. But it's a fun game. It has different planets. Like, one of the cool things with its menus, you can actually change the planet. Like, this is the Mars-like planet, and then you got the ice planet. And I believe this is the storm planet. Let's see whether there's storm or lunar style planet. Okay, no, that last one is the lunar style planet. This one is the storm style planet. And I have played this before, but since I've changed computers and stuff since the last time I played it, so I don't have any saved games or what have you, and despite having my achievements, the game doesn't think I've unlocked any of these stuff to progress to them, so I have to start on the easiest planet, the Mars style planet, because you gotta go the Mars, ice, can't remember if this was lunar or this one's lunar. I think this is storm and this is lunar. I don't know. I can't remember. Because they all change things. I could be wrong on the order on that, but And to unlock each successive world, you have to complete the milestones. Like to unlock this one, you have to complete 4 milestones in total. This one 8, that one 12. Each planet has its own milestone. And they all have different characteristics as well. Like, the Mars one is a good all-rounder, has, high atmosphere density for wind turbines and solar, but the other ones, like the lunar one, obviously has no wind, so you can't use wind turbines at all. Well, let's name our base. Yeah, we'll name it Sandstorm, because the planet has sandstorms, and that's all they're going to be playing in the base is, Sandstorm by Darude. It seems logical to me, We'll open up with landing on the base. Oh, I've picked a decently flat area, it looks like. And you open up and see what you get, so the different planets you also start with a different number of colonists. Like green's biologist, blue's workers, orange is engineer, red is medic. Blue bots are mover, lifter, cargo bots. The yellowish-orange ones are constructor bots. And then you have to start building everything up. Okay, this can't build that direction. I'm going to have to build the other direction, looks like. First thing to kind of build generally is O2. I mean, the initial steps are usually kind of fairly the same for a lot of the starts in terms of, you build this and that for basic infrastructure and what have you. Okay, there we go. That should work, and then you gotta connect the structures. You can choose how they connect, and it'll show you when you build them if it's in range to connect. Off there, I'm gonna build a solar panel here. So need power, obviously enough. Build water collector. So for O2 to run, you have to water and power. Obviously water is also be used for other things as well. And this does have a day-night cycle, so obviously you want to get things going on maintaining power pretty quickly. You can either do that with, power collectors or, having a combination of wind and solar. Which hopefully I can get my battery going pretty quickly. So we got power is going, but you get everything generated. Dude, oh, fucking A. Need you to build. Okay, yes, we need that because we need power. Okay. They weren't building that. It's like, I need the connection because freaking about night, and hopefully that's enough power to last the night. Then moving on from that, I think I'm going to start off with nah. I kind of do the normal thing of canteen. I built a medium-sized canteen instead of a small canteen. You can change the size of a lot of structures that way by scrolling your mouse wheel. But in the case of some structures, I mean, obviously a bigger structure requires more resources to build, so you don't want to build the biggest to start with on everything, otherwise you'll run out of your limited resources here, which have food, metal, bioplastic, medical supplies, and spare parts. Spares are used for maintaining things like your solar panels, as well as your little bots. But you can eventually build more bots, but not right now. And a meteor just hit over there. Yeah, my current rate, I should have enough power to last the night. And also with these structures, unless I changed anything last time I played, the bigger the structure, the more maintenance it will require. In terms of it'll need to have spares used up on it more frequently. That's the trade-off to conserving space. Speed things up, get them building on. Let's get the basic stuff and the canteen. Table, water fountain. Gonna build TV there. So build a meal maker. I don't have shit for that yet. And then I need to build a dorm somewhere. I'll build it right there. Some structures, like the dorm, are dead ends to where there's only one entrance to them. Other stuff you can build off of. Also, bigger structures, it's harder for oxygen generators to maintain them, because more oxygen has to get pumped in, obviously. Storage is critical, but fortunately day is gonna come soon. Build a medium-sized wind turbine there to supplement solar power. Speed up again. We are generating power. My basic power plan for this base is to primarily use solar power with wind power to help stall power loss during the night. Reduce the game stuff there and put a bed there. Just one bed for now. So you really want to be careful not to overdo it at the start until you can start building and gaining more resources. Next thing I'm gonna build up there. And build another storage thing. But build a storage thing because we're gonna have to get rid of the ship eventually. Want to connect those two, but frickin' A. I can't remember, I might have to wait till they're both finish building before I can build another connection. I can't remember. One turbine going, we are generating power. So look at the charts. What's our chart? We're not producing anything. We're not producing meat. Meals are just slowly going down. Colonists are staying steady. But yeah, you get your basic charts to help kind of, see what's going on at the base as far as power, water, oxygen. Help you isolate problem areas more easily. Alright, and a little tomato plant. Wheat plant, and an onion plant, because they all have different, frickin', speeds that they grow at and all that kind of fun stuff. As well as a medicinal plant, because we're going to need those too. Starchy foods can be used to make bioplastic, although they might have changed that too, because all these are now saying that you can get bioplastic from them, which is kind of weird. Oh, wait, no, that's the cost to build them. Never mind, I'm stupid. Never mind, misremembering. But starchy foods you can use to make bioplastic. They don't produce as much food as things that are not starchy though. And then you got the other ones that, like, some stuff grows fast, but it's higher maintenance. Other stuff, you know, grows slower, but not as much maintenance. You can also hit the tab button to look inside your structure more, see what's going on. There, let them finish building that stuff. Then next project is metal. Acquiring metal, because this will help us start generating food. Wait, that's not metal. Metal is actually technically outside. This is why I put that airlock right there, is my plan to build the mine right close to it, so when the workers go, they can just go boop 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 mine. So this long walk here I'm planning to get rid of. The dangers of the mine is workers can become injured in it. If you don't have a medic, then that can be problematic, because injured workers don't work. It's also why later on you end up pretty much replacing the workers in the mine with driller bots. Look at my barren canteen there. Okay, now the angle on that is 2. See if it cut off something, I believe. Alright, processing plant. Start out with a smaller one of these guys. Like those I can connect those. I can't remember how many people till I had to replace, well, build another oxygen generator. The more you get away from them, the longer it takes for the oxygen to fill in. You can demolish structures later on and build them, but you can't do it if it would isolate another structure. So like this one right now, I can't recycle because it would isolate this one that's being built. It's like I can't take away the cantina because it would do the same thing. Alright, come on, get that going. How's the power doing? Yeah, this is overall production and demand. And this is specifically how much, you know, this guy's making himself. Which wind power, as you would no doubt realize, fluctuates depending on the wind. Which is why it can be harder to use a primary power source. Then here we will... Well, first I actually want the metal processor, just get that there, and then with that, hopefully, you know, that gets their priorities straight. Then I need a medic bay, sick bay. Since that, where we go to heal the injured. Obviously. I'm just a fountain of frickin', you know, things everyone already kind of realized. Okay, so I don't want to build that there just because... Alright. That looks like the best place to build it that won't isolate me in. And there's a danger of sandstorms, they wreck shit outside. People and bots included. When stuff like that happens on planets, you gotta get everybody inside. Like the ice planet doesn't have blizzards. It's fucking solar flares. Mostly, it's not like the heat or anything like that's gonna do anything, because that's not the danger of the solar flare on that. It's the, you know, bright, you know, radiation, shit like that. And you can get more colonists. It's just that before you bring more colonists in, you kind of want to try to get things self-sustaining, obviously. Ah, crap. Well, I got no wind and no solar right now. That kind of sucks. Self-sufficiency reached. Woo! Look to focused. We are now self-sufficient. We can go on and on and on. Gonna get a few things kind of get finished, constructed before I do a couple more things for this episode. We've got more power kind of coming in, so at least that's slowing the fall. Or there. That's one reason why I built the processing off the storage so that the distance is not as far when they need to use it. Because there's a couple of things I need to reach true self-sustaining right now. Make a meal! And yeah, based on what you get, produces just, you know, basic meals or something, but I think I built the right plants that could technically make hamburgers. But you can't really tell it to do that. It just does it. Processing plant, need a factory. So the factory is where you go to build more spares. As well as you can also build other things. I believe the factory is later on where you can build bots. No one in the mine right now, but it's because we're kind of limited in terms of labor. I think I need another solar panel. Put that there, but I kind of want to put my initial landing pad right there. As you can see, I'm running out of metal and bioplastic, which it's also mean about time to recycle the colony ship and hopefully Sandstorm doesn't wreck all my shit immediately. Since these guys will degrade if they're left out of storage. Oh shit. Dude, I need you to frickin' perform maintenance on Dude Face. Okay, there you go. Then build spares. Yeah, the best thing you build on this is spares, semiconductors right now, and arms. Yes, you can make guns. Because you can get raiders, I believe, if I remember right. But you have to have a landing pad in order to get raiders. And use guns to secure yourself to defend yourself from them. So I guess, yeah, I guess that wasn't entirely true that you don't build to kill stuff or whatnot, but, I mean, you're not conquering bases. It's self-defense against, you know, intruders. Also, the stuff in the factory has to be run by the engineers. The workers can't understand that equipment. It's so far beyond them. Now have true self-sustainability, and we will recycle our ship. Which will also give us more, some more metal and bioplastic. But I'm also gonna use that opportunity to build a slightly larger storage point here. So I'm gonna let them build that first, because I always worry about them locking themselves in and dying. But this is my basic colony as of now. One thing I do wish you could do is tell storage facilities what they can and can't store. Unfortunately, they just kind of call us put whatever they want in them. There is no way to prioritize it in terms of telling the game, hey, don't store this here, unless there's something I missed. Security controls. Oh yeah, manufacturing limits. Okay, this is also an important thing for stuff, for your supplies, because you don't want to like just produce infinite amount of shit, you know, because then you could just overrun on something. So I'll just set that there for like I want to maintain. I don't know, actually. Let's say 15 spares. No. 10 spares should be good for now. But now they be in the little process of hauling all this shit in here. And so for our thing, let's run. Signpost, yay! Build a landing pad. We got medicinal plants. That's the other thing I'm going to need to build too, is a lab. The lab is where you make medical supplies. You can also use a lab to grow vitro meat, since we don't really have the space to raise actual cattle here. You can see the advantage of the mover bots is they can move cargo a lot faster than a person. As well as it frees the person up to do other stuff while the bot races around moving shit. And here we can now assign landing permissions. You know, colonist, trader, visitor. Visitors, they show up and like they use, you know, the base stuff, then they leave. And this is also a kind of important thing, is the target population. This affects kind of who shows up to an extent. We'll always try to maintain this kind of, you know, population percentage. Like, you know, medics, you really don't want tons of them because they aren't as useful as others because they're medics. Biologists, you kind of obviously want more of them just because, you know, they're the ones responsible for growing the food. More people, more food needed. Engineers, a little bit more specialized. And guards, I think guards, if I remember right, are kind of like medics in that you don't want tons of them. I mean, just like in real life, you just have a few guards to maintain order and protect people, keep everybody safe. This is also where the charts come in handy too, with like power. Is you can see over a day like how your power is doing, whether you need to boost it up. And I believe this is a colonist. Yep, we got a colonist. We got one new engineer and one new biologist. A biologist. So I have 2 engineers and I think 3 or 4 biologists now. I don't know. I was just looking at the shit. You know, what is that? That's not what I wanted. I have 3 biologists now. So the next time I get guys and gals, I should get some workers. Anyway, I think I will pause this episode here since my base has attained self-sufficiency, and I will probably continue this to expand it out and show more of the game in another episode. And this is a trader. This should be a trader right here. Gotta take a look at my real quick before I thinking, but like here, you know, you got the trader, what he has in stock. We have base stock. Like, I'm going to give him some medical supplies and food, and for now, well, not medical supplies, but medicinal plants, and trade for some gold. And you can't make an even trade because of the commission. Every trader has a different commission percentage. Like this one has a pretty high one. Like I think the lowest is around 30%, which affects stuff. But I do stuff like this where whenever a trader comes, even if they don't have anything I want, I'll try to give them some excess of what I have to build up currency, so that if like a trader shows up with like a driller bot in their inventory stock, I can be like, hey, I want that driller bot, get that, maybe give them a few supplies, then round out the rest with money. Which is how I kind of like to do it. I'll trade that, and when you do the trade, your colonists do have to bring the items over here. But like I said, it's gonna stop this episode here. And, you know, hope you enjoyed it. I mean, this is a fun game to play. I mean, it's very relaxing. It's more slow-paced than some other games. It doesn't spiral. I mean, things can spiral out of control fairly quickly, but it's not fast-paced, you know, usually. It's a very, you know, you build up. But I'd like to thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed it, then, you know, please leave a like, and we will see you in a episode down the road. Bye for now.